When did it become a trend for men to dress like boys? If you go out there and you look at a 5-year-old, a 25-year-old, a 45-year-old, they're all wearing the same thing. They've got their running shoes on. They've got shorts, maybe jeans. They've got a t-shirt and they've got a baseball cap. It's like they all coordinated all this together. I'll give the 5-year-old credit because, hey, he was probably dressed by his parents. But the 25-year-old, the 45-year-old, what's going on here? We've got a whole generation of men that don't know how to dress themselves. They don't know how to dress like a man. In today's video, I've got 7 steps so that you can start dressing like a man. Step number 1 to start dressing like a man, gentlemen, dress with intention. This is key. You've actually got to change your mindset. You've got to think about, when I'm putting clothing on my body, what message am I sending? A lot of these guys are going to say, hey, I'm a t-shirt and jeans kind of guy. This is my style. No, it's not. You are in a fashion trend and you don't even know it. Because if you look around, all these other guys are doing the same thing. You just simply haven't thought about it. And it's okay, because most men haven't thought about who they are, where they're going, and where they want to end up. And very few have actually thought about how style, how image, how presentation can help them get there. You want to use style to your advantage. And I'm not talking about jackets or suits. I'm talking about whatever it is you're doing that you're sending the message you want to send. If you work in a blue collar industry, then wear a uniform that signals trust. That's going to get people to open the door so you can get more business. Guys, it's about dressing with intention. Step number 2 to dressing like a man, have the courage to lead. Have the courage to be the best dressed man in the room. And this is tough sometimes because many of us don't want to stand out. We're not used to standing out. But if you want to be successful, if you want to be at the top of your game, you're going to stand out and you got to get used to it. If you want to be the leader, look to what the leaders are doing in and around your industry, maybe in other industries that you admire, and say, you know what? I'm going to emulate them. I'm not at that level yet, but I'm going to start to take the steps. I'm going to have the courage to lead. And speaking of having the courage to lead, let's talk about today's paid sponsor, Original Grain. Back in 2013, Ryan and Andrew, 2 brothers, they founded this company and they said, you know what? We want to incorporate hardwood with steel. No one else is doing this. We're going to be the first. We don't even know if there's a market, but there was. Guys, go to their website. Check out these beautiful collections. Look at that Chrono collection. Which of those Chronos is your favorite? Look at the Barrel collection. Beautiful. Look at the Classic collection. Guys, I've got one right over here, the Minimalist collection. So go to their website, look at the different collections. Let me know down in the comments which one you love. Be specific. You guys know if I've got some extras, I'll be sending them your way. But guys, look at that Major League Baseball collection. Look at that one, was really cool. Gentlemen, use the link down in the description for 20% off. I've also got a special code you can use so you make sure that you get that discount. Gentlemen, Original Grain has been with me for over a year. I've been sending out their watches. I've been wearing their watches. I can tell you they're the real deal, a great company. Go check them out. Step number 3 to dressing like a man is to practice. And practice is exactly what it sounds. You dress well even when you don't have to. You want to practice wearing that clothing because then it becomes second nature. You get used to it. You feel good in it. When you don't practice, you're wearing a costume. Now, sports jackets, they feel great to me. It's something that I just feel natural in because I practice wearing them. I'm not going to say that you got to wear a sports jacket. Maybe it's going to be a button down. Maybe it's going to be a hat. Maybe it's going to be a watch. Whatever it may be, practice and incorporate that into your style. Practice, gentlemen, is where it's at. Step number 4 to dressing like a man is to experiment and to measure for yourself. Guys, I can tell you all this information. I can put the studies out there. You can go check out what other people are saying. But you need to experiment and measure for yourself because it's going to have different effects. You're going to want to make adjustments to what I'm talking about. But when you can see for yourself that, yes, I do start to earn more. You can go read the studies. But when you see at the bottom line of your paycheck that you got that raise, that if you're in sales, you are able to sell more. All of a sudden, you're like, this stuff is real and it can have a measurable effect on my family. And all of a sudden, you make style yours. Step number 5 to dressing like a man is to build your core wardrobe. Your core wardrobe is your inner wardrobe. If you can imagine concentric circles, this is what everything is built off of. The key here with your core wardrobe is, yes, it's just going to make you look good. It's not about drawing attention to itself. So that's why you go with the solid colors. For the shirts, white, maybe light blues, then you can bring in variations. Now, for your suits, you would go with navy blue, charcoal gray, maybe medium gray, but you're not going to bring in any patterns. You're not going to go with a light gray with a pink stripe. That may be a great looking suit, but it's too memorable. It's not going to be interchangeable. Now, if you're building up a blue collar wardrobe, perhaps this is something you're starting your own company, well, in that case, you want to have a uniform. You want to have enough that in a week, you won't have to actually wear dirty ones if you're, sweating a lot. It would be something that you could get through them all. And yes, you would want to invest in a uniform. Step number 6, buy the best you can afford. So a lot of guys go out there and they don't want to spend more than $100 on a suit, but they're going to go spend $1,000 on a big screen television. Come on, guys. If you are starting your career, you've got to have priorities. That suit, if you're going into banking, is going to be a lot more valuable than that big screen television. The degree that you've got, nobody sees that in your back pocket or back on your wall, back in your home office. What they see is what they're presented with. You want to make sure that you're putting your best foot forward and that you're budgeting enough for your wardrobe. And I get it. Some of you guys start off, your budgets are tight. And those in the know, those at the top of the company, they can make they understand when you're just starting off. But if you've worked at the firm for 5 years and you're not reinvesting in your image, they're not going to put you in front of the client unless you look the part. Step number 7, gentlemen, own less, but everything you own, love. So I was at a conference and I'm looking in the closet of everything that I brought, which actually wasn't much. And I realized I love everything. I love that polo, that button down, that dress shirt. I thought they all looked great. And then I had 2 different jackets. This jacket actually I took with me. And it was all interchangeable. It worked great. And every single item there, from the jeans, from the dress boots that I brought, everything I loved, everything I felt good in. Gentlemen, that's a good place to be. It may take you years to build a wardrobe, but as a man, you need to realize I need to make this a priority. This is what's going to help me do what I want to do. You need to present to the world what kind of man you are. And that's why, gentlemen, you should invest in your wardrobe. And guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun with this one. Let me know in the comments about which watch from Original Grain you would like to receive. Guys, if they send me extras, I will get them to you. Down in the description, I've put a special link. When you click on that link, it's going to give you the 20% off discount when you use the code I've put down there. So go check it out. Let me know of the collections, which one you love. Be specific. And guys, thank you very much. I appreciate all the support you give me here at Real Men Real Style. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.